Hey everybody, welcome to Now It's Dark. I'm Jim. Today I have a movie review. It's going to be a quick one for a movie that came out in July of 2023 in the US. This did release in 2022 in the UK and Australia. This is an Australian film called Talk to Me. Has a very nice 7.1 star rating on IMDb. And this is 1 hour and 35 minutes and it's rated R. So I'm a little behind on this movie. It was something that was on my watch list for 2023, and I just didn't get to it. But I'm happy that I was finally able to get to it. I'll put together just a few quick thoughts because I know there's already a lot of reviews out there. When a group of friends discover how to conjure spirits using an embalmed hand, they become hooked on the new thrill until one of them goes too far and unleashes terrifying supernatural forces. It's a great concept. This is an A24 film. They do a fantastic job of creating like this interesting story. I kind of liken it to a Ouija board type uh, plot, where we have a group of teens or just above teen age level experimenting with communicating to the other side until something goes wrong. Um, but this was plot tweaked just enough for me that it didn't feel very repetitive. Although during the movie does uh, there is a few parts that do become very tropey, kind of. I'm not really sure how to describe it. Very to the formula of these types of movies, but there's enough other stuff that's not for me, that it didn't like hinder my feelings of the movie. This was directed and written by Danny Philippou, Philippou, and also directed by Michael Philippou, 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 Philippou. Also written by Bill Heinzman and Daley Pearson. The cast is relatively small, so to speak. Um, Sophie Wilde plays Mia. I would consider her to be the main character, and she'll be the one that we focus on because she was the only one that I actually like truly enjoyed. Although a lot of the other characters were kind of either just okay or like I found annoying. And I don't know if that's part of me just I'm getting older or it's because I've seen enough other movies like where they do the stereotype annoying teen kids. I really did like this concept though. When I watch a movie like this, I think, what would I do in that situation? And I think I would totally grab the hand. And that's the concept, is that you grab the hand, it's in front of you, you're strapped to a chair to keep yourself from getting hurt. You have under 90 seconds. That's the key, is that they only recommend 90 seconds of this interaction with the other side. Once you utter the words, talk to me, you'll have some random spirit um, talk to you, and then there's more to that. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it because it's not just as quite simple as that. There's a little bit more involved with it. Um, but it does get out of hand. Like the more that these teens, this group start doing it, it becomes like addictive on one level. They're filming each other doing it. They did a good job of conveying the addiction level of it by having a montage of just a whole bunch of different things going on at once. But then they also do some very dramatic um, sequences where somebody is seeing something that's maybe not just as funny, or they do something when they're under this induced kind of hypnotic trance type talking thing going on with the spirit world. And people get embarrassed, things get out of hand, some people get hurt, they went too far, and then kind of the tropey stuff comes into play. It's like, well, we need to find out who had this hand before us and where its history comes from. And so they do the thing where they research, one of the group goes and finds more information and they go do their thing. And I mean, I guess you kind of do that to advance the story because you want to convey what the real threat level of this possessed object is. Um, I think there's opportunity to do more of these films. I could see a couple of films with maybe new cast, maybe some new group finds the hand and, maybe some more shenanigans happen. But it's a really good film. If you've seen this film, without leaving spoilers, because this is one of those movies that I do recommend people watch. I did like this quite a bit. I do wish I would have watched this more closer to the time that it actually came out, so I could have had a better timely review for it. But I do recommend it. I think 7.1's pretty pretty high. Like that's a pretty good rating. I don't review very many movies that when I look at IMDb they have such high ratings. But as I've also proved in some other videos, you can really alter the ratings in IMDb by having some bad actors, giving good reviews for real shitty movies. But this has 120,000 reviews, so I think the 7.1 is probably pretty close to accurate. Let me know in the comments down below if you saw Talk to Me, what you think about it. Try to keep it a little spoiler free if you can. Would you like to see this turn into like maybe a little A24 franchise? Yeah, thanks for tuning in to Now It's Dark.
Row 18, plot 20.